You used to stop this world from spinning. Like Superman, you were the only one.
The brief asked for an artwork that evoked a warm, everyday feeling that could be associated with Eibon. The first thing that came to mind was my surprise and delight the first time I used Eibon to print something. The idea that something digital could so easily become a tangible item really amazed me. Even though it was a small thing, it made my day. So I decided to draw a girl using Eibon at a convenience store, looking delighted as she holds her printout. I started by determining the character's main pose and expression, which set the overall mood for the piece. From there, I built up the scene by adding details and movements that complemented the initial mood. I wanted to convey the character's emotions, especially her joy and positive energy. My goal was for viewers to feel the girl's happiness and be affected by it. Since the character is leaning against a window, I used warm tones to represent the sunlight streaming through it, and neutral, slightly cooler tones for the interior. At first, I used a palette centered around teal to create harmony, but it became too monotonous, so I increased the contrast on the color wheel and switched to bluer, more translucent hues. I started by figuring out the best ratio and angles to highlight the character and the Eibon screen. I also wanted to include a glimpse of the scenery outside the window, so I worked to make the light and shadow effects on the character look natural. Since the character's pose is pretty static, I added a sense of movement by tilting the entire scene slightly. I also scattered her hair to emphasize this diagonal tilt even more. The accessories were added later to enrich the scene and give the girl a more relatable, next-door feel. For example, I added hair ties on her wrist and other cute accessories to her hair. I also wanted to highlight the element of surprise from printing, so I planned to include butterflies from the start. The glasses were an afterthought, which I think contributed to a more everyday look, implying she could have simply popped into her local 7-Eleven to print something without dressing up, wearing her glasses. After the initial sketch, for the second draft I added quite a bit of light. I visualized a scene where the light was coming through a glass window and the character was slightly backlit. This allowed me to focus on the interplay of light and shadow on her. My aim was a bright overall atmosphere. Later, I realized the character's original outfit didn't really suit a convenience store scene, so I added glasses and changed her outfit to a sleeveless dress. I also wanted to add a pop of color, so I changed the ribbons to pink. Along with these changes, I adjusted the overall color scheme to a cooler shade of blue. I'm interested in trying styles that are significantly different from what I'm currently doing. I want to explore things that I've never drawn before, regardless of whether they turn out well or not, just to experiment. Like, I haven't really drawn a lot of cute characters. I've never done chibi characters or simple, sharp color block illustrations. I'd also like to practice more realistic backgrounds. That's a tough question. I think a good work of art is one that leaves the creator feeling satisfied with their work. I'm considering teaching, but I want to gather more material and find the right time to start. I want to make sure I'm fully prepared before I commit to teaching more extensively. Developing drawing skills takes a lot of time and practice. My advice is to first research how you can make a living in the field of drawing, understand the different avenues available, and evaluate whether they match your personality and needs. This can help you decide whether this career path is right for you. Today, with the internet providing more opportunities and easier access to them, there are also more ways to make a living from drawing. It's important to evaluate which method works best for you and whether it fits your lifestyle and goals.
You used to stop this world from spinning.